At this moment, there are millions of migratory birds flying over this continent and doing their migration. One thing they're always looking for is a stopover habitat, basically a place to land, to rest, and refuel. But why is this important? Imagine you are driving down the highway and you feel like you're exhausted and your car is almost out of gas. You know that you need to find a gas station right away, or otherwise you will be in really deep trouble. That is a similar situation when the birds flying over the Midwest region, the Corn Belt, they face with the same situation. They need to find their habitat in the agricultural land, while the agricultural expansion have been taking over their native habitats like grassland or prairies for a long time. But if you think it is this way, the agriculture and birds are not mutually exclusive. We can actually find some way to create better habitat for them in the agricultural land. And bird ecologists have defined a really interesting conceptual framework. There are three types of habitat for migratory birds. The fire escape, usually birds can find some emergency stopover site, like add some gas, or they can find some food in the crop residue fields from last year. And we have convenience store, which provide a little bit more functions for the birds, like food and shelter, and usually they're just shrub lines or tree lines or cover cropping fields in agriculture land. And finally, we have the full service hotel. Wow, that is great. Usually in the protected areas or some sustainable agriculture practice, restored habitat for grassland birds, and the birds can breed, can feed, and even raise their young hatchlings there. But there has been a lot of advancement in tracking and mapping technologies, but we're still missing a piece of information here. How to find timely habitat? How do agriculture support birds in both spatial and temporal, like when and where can we find habitat for birds in the agricultural land? That is where my research fits in. As a biogeographer in the Remote Sensing Space-Time Innovation Lab, I'm working on the mapping of different crop species and also the timing of cropping practice, like planting, harvesting, cover cropping, and tillage. By understanding their dynamics in the agricultural land and the migration timing of different kinds of birds in the Midwest, we'll be able to capture the optimal interval for those agricultural practices to take place, so that we can better support the bird's migration journey long way from north to south, from south to north across the continent. So that is my research area. And next time, when you see a bird, upload it to iNaturalist or eBird and identify it so that we have more data to track in the birds, and hope to see you then. Thank you.